Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Ryan Prosick. Accused murderer David Alzugari has pled guilty to murder charges on Thursday. Alzugari has been accused of conspiring with Roberto Torner to murder Jose Herran, an FBI informant who was Torner's friend. Herran had mysteriously vanished after going to a Foster Township property that Torner had owned. Alzugari was charged with murder, abuse of a corpse, and conspiracy to commit murder and had agreed to a plea deal that will see him serve up to 45 years in prison. Alzugari admitted to murdering Herran during Torner's trial in June. Torner was found guilty of first-degree murder as well in connection with the case. Hazleton police are investigating a debit card theft that occurred on September 30th. Hazleton police responded to a vehicle break-in that occurred in the area of Branch Court and West 13th Street, where the victim stated that her black bag, along with bank cards, had been stolen. The victim then reported that her card had 2 fraudulent charges from the Walmart in Tamaqua. Officers contacted the Walmart and were able to retrieve photos of the user of the victim's card. If you have any information on the suspect or the crime, you are asked to call Patrolman V at 570-459-4940, extension 227. In a press conference on Thursday, October 12th, ASM Global announced the hiring of a new general manager at the Mohegan Sun Arena. Just days into his new role as the general manager, Stephen Paremba previously served in the position of director of marketing at the arena for 14 years. We spoke with Paremba about his transition into this new role.
Well, I'm just a few days into it and leaving a marketing role that I've been in for 14 years, 19 total years with the venue at this point. It's been fun just being able to wrap up some of my old duties and move into this new position, getting to know some key members of the community that might have evaded me over the past couple of years, but it's really an exciting new venture for me.
As general manager, Paremba said he will be responsible for overseeing the day-to-day operations of the building, including booking, marketing operations, finance, and food and beverage. However, Paremba said he is most looking forward to being able to see the venue from a different perspective.
I think being able to see the various aspects of the arena life. I've been focused on marketing for so long now, just to be able to see how all the events really come together, all the departments work alongside of one another to really put on a show and really be involved in the community.
Paremba also provided some insight into his goals for the venue moving forward.
I think expand on our diversity, providing more opportunities for maybe some of the niche audiences that we might not have been able to serve, bringing in new community events, and obviously maintaining the high level of concerts and events that we've been able to bring in throughout our course and keep a successful profile here.
More than anything else, though, Paremba said he was grateful for the community support the Mohegan Sun has been shown over the years.
We're excited to see everybody out. 25 years going strong here at the facility. We owe it all to the community. It's the support of the entire region that really makes this place go. And I look forward to starting a new role here and building on it, and hopefully for a solid another 25 years in our community.
The Mohegan Sun Arena is located at the Casey Plaza in Wilkes-Barre Township. A man that is a suspect in the killing of a Philadelphia police officer is being charged in Scranton for an alleged car theft ring, according to officials. Police state that 7 people were involved in burglarizing Trilla Auto Sales. The group cut the power, then made their way inside the building and started to steal around $70,000 in cash, along with 6 cars from the parking lot that totaled $250,000. Investigators say that they were able to use GPS to track down one of the stolen cars, and that the suspects made stops in Plains Township before eventually heading to the Philadelphia area. One of the suspects were able to be identified after the investigation, Alexander Batista Polanco of Camden, New Jersey. 3 other individuals were identified, while 3 others have not been identified at this time. Batista Polanco had also been arrested after being identified as a suspect in the murder of police officer Richard Mendez. Batista Polanco has been charged with trespassing, theft, stolen property, burglary, and criminal conspiracy in connection with the Scranton break-in. Crews in Ashland responded to Route 61 for a reported accident with entrapment around 1 p.m. yesterday afternoon. Crews arrived on scene to find the vehicle and a damaged power line pole. The occupant of the vehicle was self-extricated and taken to a local hospital for their injuries. The damaged pole was secured by PPL and traffic resumed on Route 61 by 2 p.m. The extent of the victim's injury and the cause of the crash are both unknown at this time. Coming up on Wyln News, PennDOT unveils their plans for the upcoming winter season. Plus, crews battle a fire in Scranton. But first, take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
2 Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier. For over 50 years, providing quality products and service to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry top brand manufacturers and guarantee parts and service for your home or business. From new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls, F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR. Visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township and Schuylkill Haven.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Welcome back to Wyln News. PennDOT and the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission held a meeting earlier this week to highlight their plans for the winter season. The plans include various job opportunities and methods on keeping the public safe on the road during the season. PennDOT Secretary Mike Carroll spoke at the meeting about PennDOT's commitment to safety as they increase the amount of variable speed limit signs on roads throughout the Commonwealth.
This year, we will expand the program that we began, which uses variable speed limit signs, VSLs, to quickly reduce speed limits when visibility or roadway conditions call for slower speeds. Last winter, we had these signs at 63 locations along I-80 in central Pennsylvania and along I-81 from Lebanon to Luzerne County. This year, we are adding 15 additional cameras on I-80 in Union and Snyder County areas. Preliminary results show that during winter weather conditions, this very low-cost, innovative solution effectively slows traffic and helps to reduce and eliminate crashes.
Carroll also spoke about PennDOT's eagerness to hire new staff for the season.
Each year, we have hundreds of job openings statewide, ranging from equipment operators to diesel mechanics and welders. As other employers are seeing, it is extremely competitive to bring people into our temporary and full-time positions. We have many people who have grown their careers at PennDOT by starting as operators or temporary operators, and I encourage those thinking about such a step to please contact PennDOT. We'd love to have you on our team.
Anyone interested in applying for a position with PennDOT can visit their employment page at employment.pa.gov/PennDOT. A fire broke out on Thursday in Scranton after 1 p.m., where crews responded to reports in a multi-unit apartment building on South Irving Avenue. On arrival, they found smoke and fire coming from the apartment on the first floor. Searches were conducted while firefighters attempted to put out the fire. The fire was under control after 30 minutes. United States Representative Matt Cartwright announced on Thursday that $155,600 will come back to northeastern Pennsylvania to support local law enforcement agencies in Monroe, Luzerne, and Lackawanna counties. Hazleton, Wilkes-Barre, and Scranton police departments are included in this announcement, with funds allocated to cover the hiring of more officers, saturation patrols in high-crime areas, and officer training within these cities. Coolbaugh and Stroud Townships also received additional funding, in partnership with Monroe County, for hiring a crisis intervention coordinator for the new crisis intervention team. Cartwright secured the award through the Department of Justice Edward Byron Memorial Justice Assistance Grant Program. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, we preview UFC 294 and more on Let's Talk Sports. Plus a new segment on WYLN with Watchers Weekly Updates. So stay right here because we'll be right back on WYLN TV. Welcome back to Feel Good Friday. I'm here with Dr. John, and then he's going to tell us about the chiropractic and mental health link.
You know, I'm here 43 years, Ryan. When someone is physically hurting, it's easy to get depressed. You can't sleep good, you can't go to work, you can't do your chores, so it's natural to get depressed. Our world says take mental depressants, and I'm not against that, but what I love about chiropractic care, when you get them in alignment and their pain goes away and their lifestyle returns and the nervous system of the spine even helps to keep mental thoughts. So we always found, first, get people physically healthy, get them mentally more positive. And in this society today, we have to dwell on our blessings and not on the shortcomings of the world. So chiropractic and positive thinking, they go hand in hand.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
Welcome back to a Friday edition of Let's Talk Sports. We have a lot to get to. A lot's happened in this weekend, and a lot happened last night, so let's waste no time and get into it. The Phillies lost 2-1 to the Diamondbacks. The lineup just didn't show up. I mean, Bryce Harper didn't have any pitches to really hit. That can be thanked to Alec Boehm in the cleanup spot. No one really behind him to defend Harper at all, and the rest of the bats just didn't get it done. Schwarber, Turner, none of those guys showed up yesterday. The only run the Phillies scored was by Harper on the base pass on a passed ball on a wild pitch. So not what you want to see out of this powerful Phillies lineup. Although Ranger Suarez did pitch a gem yesterday for as long as he was in, so it looks like the Phillies have a legit third starter in the postseason until we close it out. And hopefully the Phillies do close it out soon here, because if we give the Diamondbacks 2 more, 3-2 heading back to Philly, that the Arizona Diamondbacks would have all the momentum. That momentum might counter the crowd a little bit. I don't know, but that's something that remains to be seen. We'll see what happens tonight at 8 o'clock in Arizona. But we also have the Astros winning 10-3, and that series is now tied up. Every away team has won the game in the ALCS, which is crazy to think about. But the bats have finally shown up for the Astros, and that is a scary sight for the Rangers. They have an opportunity to close out at home, and now it's going back to Houston no matter what. So Scary time for the Texas Rangers, who thought they had the Astros on the ropes, but I guess they did not. And we also had Thursday Night Football last night. A lot of sports going on last night, like I said. And we had the Jacksonville Jaguars defeating the New Orleans Saints in what was a very ugly game. Travis Etienne scored twice. Taysom Hill, of course, scored again. When doesn't he score? I mean, that's a topic for another time. But the game was sealed on a deep Christian Kirk touchdown pass by Trevor Lawrence to secure the victory for the Jaguars. And New Orleans offense needs a little more oomph. I mean, just checking down a Kamara all the time won't really work for Derek Carr and company, as we saw last night. But some game picks real quick. Going into this Sunday, we have Las Vegas at Chicago, a battle of backup quarterbacks. Give me Las Vegas there. They just have the better roster overall. I'm not expecting too many points to be scored in this game with Brian Hoyer, Aiden O'Connell at quarterback. And we're not going to have many points scored in the next game either. The Cleveland Browns at the Indianapolis Colts. Give me the Browns here. I don't care who's starting at quarterback for them, but that defense is on a historical level, and I don't see it stopping against the Indianapolis Colts, but just how this NFL season's gone, it probably does. But anyway, give me the Browns. We have Buffalo at New England. No explanation needed. Give me Buffalo. I know they struggled, but this is a huge bounce back spot for them and the perfect opportunity to get right against a weak New England team. We also have Washington at the Giants. And give me the Giants here. They were scrappy this past week. I think they get it done against a weaker Commanders team. We have Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Give me Atlanta, as much as it pains me to say this. I know Baker Mayfield's been one of the better quarterbacks over this season, and Desmond Ritter's been one of the worst, but just the teams around these two quarterbacks, I think Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier are enough to get it done against Tampa Bay. We also have Detroit at Baltimore, and Detroit's been one of the best teams, not just in the NFC North or NFC, but the league. They've just been putting up points after points on opponents, and they're not stopping here against Baltimore. I agree it's a little step up, but we saw this team go into Kansas City and beat the Chiefs. Granted, it was without two of their best three players, but give me Detroit against Baltimore. We have Pittsburgh at the Rams. Give me the Rams. Pittsburgh, I'm not going to get into it anymore, but the Rams with their two wide receivers and Matthew Stafford look like a formidable offense, and I don't think Pittsburgh will be able to keep up with Kenny Pickett and company. We also have Arizona at Seattle. Self-explanatory. Give me the Seattle Seahawks in this one. They battled the Bengals tough, and the Bengals have a way better defense than Arizona has had for, I don't know, better part of 5 to 10 years now, back when they had that Super Bowl team. But it's just unfortunate what's going on in Arizona. We have Green Bay at Denver. Give me the Packers with the Jordan Love bounce back. If Aaron Jones plays, he's going to run all over this Denver defense. And even if A.J. Dillon's playing, he's going to do the same thing. So all my belief is in the Green Bay offense, the running game, and hopefully Jordan Love to pick it back up, because Denver's just an absolute mess, and I don't believe in them at all. We have the Chargers at Kansas City. Give me the Chiefs. I can't pick against the Chiefs. It just feels not right to do it, especially against a Chargers team that kind of is on a roller coaster ride. They lost to the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. They didn't look all that great. Herbert didn't either, but this will be a classic offensive shootout between Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes, both looking to rebound. So there's that. Then we have the Sunday night game, which is Philadelphia and Miami at the Link. The vibes in Philadelphia are all-time high, and there's a reason they opened as favorites, and they just don't do that for any reason. So give me the Eagles. I feel like it's a little bit of a trap game for Miami going into the Link, but it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a high-scoring affair, and hopefully Jalen Hurts and Brian Johnson can keep up with this Dolphins offense that has Tyreek Hill and Tua Tagovailoa. And then to finish off the week, we have San Francisco at Minnesota. Give me the 49ers by however many points and however many, whatever way they want, because Minnesota, they could beat weaker teams like the Bears, but they cannot keep up with San Fran, no matter if McCaffrey or Debo play or not. So give me the Niners there. And then we have UFC 294 this weekend. I don't have time to preview the whole card, but Volkanovski and Makhachev at lightweight at 155. Volk is looking for the double belt. I don't think he gets it. 11 days notice feels a little too short for me, especially with someone of Makhachev's magnitude in wrestling. And he guarded well against wrestling last time, I will say that, but just not this time for Volk in Abu Dhabi. We also have Khamzat Chimaev against Kamaru Usman. They're both moving up in weight to middleweight at 185. And this was a shocker, but Dana White got it done, so props to him. This is going to be an exciting fight, and we'll see if Usman's record takedown defense will hold up against Chimaev. I've seen varying opinions on that one. It's going to be a very fun 3-round fight for the co-main event, so shout out to Dana White for getting that done. But we'll recap all of this and more. We got more stuff going on over the weekend as well, but we will be right back here on Monday to recap it all on Let's Talk Sports. See you then.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier. For over 50 years, providing quality products and service to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry top brand manufacturers and guarantee parts and service for your home or business. From new construction to replacement doors, inspections and service calls. F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR. Visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township and Schuylkill Haven.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
Like and follow Wyln News on Facebook for the Wyln News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
There's no time like the present to adopt a pet, and the SPCA of Luzerne County has more breeds, shapes, and sizes of furry friends for you to check out this week. Everyone say hello to Bear. How cute is Bear? Just look at that pitty smile. When Bear doesn't have the zoomies, he wants to sit on your lap and cuddle. He has a sweet and friendly demeanor and loves belly rubs. Give this sweet boy a chance. Next up, meet Chester. Chester's a lovely gentleman who was found as a stray. He is sweet and friendly and wants nothing more than a new, warm, loving home. Call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and more. You may just meet your new best friend and give them a well-deserved forever home. Welcome to a new segment on WYLN, Watro's Weekly Updates. State Rep Watro, how's it going?
Very good. Thank you again for bringing me back this week. It's going very good. Exciting week this week down in Harrisburg.
We have a lot of exciting things to talk about. So talk about your new bill. We talked about that beforehand.
Yeah, so introduced House Bill 404. It's Emergency Preparedness, Veterans Affairs. It was in the House committee there, and it passed unanimously, went to the House floor, and passed there unanimously several months back. The Senate just took up the House Bill 404, and I'm happy to report just as of yesterday, early afternoon, that it passed unanimously out of the Senate. So now it heads to the governor's desk for a signature. He has 10 days to complete that, and then this will be law within 60 days.
Awesome, and that's the one too for medical professionals.
Yeah, but there's also Department of Ag is on there too for food service workers. So this is what this is. This details when a service member gets out, that the Department of Health and the Department of Ag will look at their service record and say, hey, this airman, soldier, Marine, Navy personnel, they have qualifications in being an EMT, being a first responder, being a paramedic. And they're going to now recognize that and certify them appropriately here in the Commonwealth. That's very exciting. That's going to bring back our heroes who served our country and bring them back here with open arms in the state of Pennsylvania. And also, Department of Ag is now also going to recognize food service handlers, inspectors. There's so many great jobs here in the Commonwealth that I would like to see our returning vets who gave so much to this country, and to have Pennsylvania now recognize their service.
That's awesome. And then also, including that, there's some big things happening this week. So tell us about it.
Yeah, actually next week, next Friday. Yeah, next Friday we're going to do a big scam seminar. We're getting great feedback from the community, good registrations. We'll take walk-ins as well, but we have the Attorney General's office coming to speak about scams, and scams are happening more often than not anymore, unfortunately. We also reached out to the FBI. We're trying to make sure that they're going to be present and on hand as well to answer questions and to have a display, a presentation given to the people. How scams work, typically they're done in 3 phases. They'll call, get you on their side, then they'll call back, pretend they're a financial institution, and they really lure people in the older community especially. And that's unfortunate, but it happens to all age brackets. So we're trying to really educate our constituents here in the 116th District and clear across the Commonwealth that this is a uptick in issues that we're seeing, and we want to make everybody aware of the scams that are out there. So that's why we're bringing it right here in the Hazel Township Faith Assembly of God Church. Pastor Rodney has been very good to the office, to my office, and I want to thank him as well as you all here at WYLN. You've been very, very good to us. I appreciate it. People always, they want to know what is happening in government, in state government, and I know I came to you, I asked WYLN, would you be willing to allow me to speak about state issues, and you all did with open arms, so I sincerely appreciate you being there for the people as well.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on because it's, you know, very insightful to learn about this stuff, because it's one thing if you're talking about it, one thing if I'm talking about it, you know, it's totally different. It's more insightful from you, but we'd like to thank you for joining us for the first segment of Watro's Weekly Updates. See you next time. And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our YouTube, Facebook, or at our website at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us for a look at the weather.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.